everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here today. Today is Thursday, February 13th. I am filming quite a ways ahead. This is going to be, I think, next Friday's Fiber Friday video, but I wanted to hop on today and get this one done because I've been working on rabbits today. It was on Thursdays I clean cages and the barn and get that all done on Thursday mornings after I feed animals. So that's been done today. And we had a snowstorm last night. We have another one moving in, so I wanted to get that all finished before the weekend hit. And so I also, while I was out there, filmed another, which will be tomorrow's video for Fiber Friday, which is introducing and grooming my German Angoras. So I have two German Angoras, Pistachio and Jessie. They are a mother-daughter pair. I had two males at one point. One of them was her brother and the other one was her dad. And unfortunately, they both passed away last year. And so I don't have any male Germans anymore. I only have these two girls. And I was grooming them today. I decided today was the day, so I filmed that. Of course, I had clipper issues. If anyone knows of a good set of rechargeable, not plug-in clippers, please put it down below in the comments. I have gone through many clippers. I have the Oster A5s, which I used when I used to shear my Pygora goats. And so I've had them for a really long time, and I have different blades for them and everything else. The motor part, the handle part still works, but for some reason, and I have purchased new blades. I don't know what it is, and it could be there's a lot of finicky stuff on those blades and getting it set into place on the head so that they all work. And you'll see it in tomorrow's video. I fiddle-faddled with that set for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes this morning. And I could get them to work for like 2 stripes down, and then they stopped. And then I'd have to turn them off and play with the head again. And then I could get another 2 stripes, and then they would stop. They would still work, but the cutters would not cut. So I'm not sure, and I've watched the YouTube videos, and I know it has to be set a certain way, and I've done all that. So I'm just frustrated. So I started out the video, which I'm not going to go too deep into because that's going to be tomorrow's video, but I started out the video shearing down my 2 German girls and ended up, I just clipped them. So you'll see that in the video, but they are done. And today's video, or the purpose of this video, is to show you how to make sweaters for your rabbits. Now, with shearing them the way I did, they are not completely to the skin. I use my shears. This one I didn't use the clippers on at all because Pistachio was first. So I am not too worried about her getting chilled. And if I would have sheared her with the clippers, I would be where she is skin showing, and that is the purpose for this video. I don't think I'm going to leave this sweater on her because she does have, I don't know, ½ an inch or so all over. I did not shear their bellies or anything. I trimmed around their bellies, which you'll see in the video. And so she has quite a bit of hair, but I wanted to get this video filmed because number one, I thought I was going to shear them right down. Before I get too far into the video, with German Angoras, they do not shed or release their fiber like other Angoras do. German and the Giants need to be sheared or clipped. About every 3 months. These girls were way overdue. They were actually due in December, but with everything that has gone on the last year, I didn't get to them. So they were loaded. And so I did not get to shear them right now, which is what I thought I was going to do. And so I wanted to make them some bunny sweaters, which we're going to do today for the video. you can see she has her little sweater on, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I've already filmed, obviously I've already made one. I went to Goodwill this week and got some Goodwill sweaters, and I am certain that if I went to Goodwill's gotten expensive. I think I paid $4.99 for these sweaters, which is, you know, that's not that expensive. And I will get probably just the 2 sleeves. I don't know if I could do something with this collar. If I could trim it right here around, it probably would get too big, and then I'd have to sew sides. I'm not in the mood for that. So we're gonna stick with the sleeves. I've cut the one. This is what it looked like when I got started. This is a men's large, and you do have to make sure that there's some stretch to the sleeves. And I thought, now keep in mind also, German Angors are pretty big rabbits. She's a good size rabbit, much bigger than my English and slightly bigger than most of my French. So she's got some size to her. So this sleeve was perfect. Got some of her fiber there. And so what I did was cut it right up. Here's the connection of the shoulder and the sleeve right there. So I cut it right off, and I did end up cutting off the cuff because it was a little bit tight around her neck. I wanted it to be loose, so I just cut right across the cuff. If you want to get fancy with these, you can finish the edges. At some point these will ravel. I don't know how much, but we will just see. I am not going to do that today. That would require me either getting out my sewing machine or sitting and stitching all day, and ain't nobody got time for that. So we're gonna go with this. And again, if I went to like the thrift store, the local thrift store downtown, I'm guessing I could probably find some sweaters for a couple bucks. Because our local this is from Goodwill, so our local non-affiliated thrift store has a whole upstairs section that's just all reduced stuff, and I am certain I could find some sweaters, which I will look the next time I go. So I clipped this off for her neck and just kind of rolled it. That's this part here. And then right here are her legs. So I took out just edges. I didn't measure. I just kind of guessed with one leg and then did the other leg the same way. Hopefully you can see that. I know the sun is blowing the color out. And I am playing with a new camera and I'm fixing my sound. I know there's been complaints about the sound. I think I've got that problem solved. And so now I'm playing with settings and all of that, trying to be a professional YouTuber, which is really hard. But so I have made her the sweater. It took me 5 minutes. I have another one here that I got. Also, this one is, I think this one was an X. Oh, this is a 3X. It was in the wrong spot because I wasn't in that section. But no matter, this one has a nice, actually this cuff, I probably will not have to cut this. And again, if I would have been doing this for my English Angoras, I would not need to have cut this off. This would have fit them fine. But she's just a little bit bulkier than they are. So I have another one. So I will get 4 rabbit sweaters out of this, out of these 2 sweaters that I got. Now, again, I don't think I'm going to worry about, again, I thought today I was going to take them right down to their skin with the clippers. And when I use the scissors, which you'll see on the video, I don't take them straight down to the skin. I'm going to stop this real quick and adjust because I've got sunlight coming in and it's blowing out really bad. Hold on. Okay, that's a little bit better. I think I already said we got a snowstorm last night, and we're getting snow right now, and the sunlight is bouncing off from that. So this will be in pieces because I filmed cutting up the sweater and then this part here. So if you need, again, I probably will not keep this on her. I'll see. The reason I'm making these is because we have stayed pretty consistently cold, which we're in Michigan. We stay fairly cold. We stay fairly cold, but this year we seem to be fairly consistently cold. And next, okay, Scott was very distracting right there. He was in for lunch, and so I had to wait for him to leave because he thought he was being funny. Where was I? Yeah, I'm really trying to be a professional YouTuber. So we have been consistently cold here, and next week I think I saw Tuesday was supposed to be -1 for the high. That's pretty cold, and so that's why I wanted to get a few of these made, because I am going through and grooming the rabbits, and getting them all done and cleaned up, and some of them I am taking down to, you know, where there's not a whole lot of fiber there to keep them warm. That's the beauty of Angoras in Michigan in the winter, is that they do stay fairly warm. They're fiber animals. Their fiber is 7 times warmer than sheep wool, and so I don't typically worry about them. So that is why I'm making these this week, with the intention of, if I need them, I have them, and I can keep bunnies comfortable, and they, you know, they won't be cold or anything like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, please put them down below in the box. If you have any recommendations for clippers, which now I've got a dog here, please put those down below too. I had mentioned I have the Oster A5s. I also have the Gimmer clippers, which I've had for a couple years. I got them off of Amazon. They are in my Amazon store, which I did like them, but those, they're disposable. They're not overly expensive. And again, I've used them a couple years, and as often as I've used them, they just are not cutting well anymore. And so I will be looking for a new pair, and am debating on what to get. So if you have any recommendations, put them down below for me, and I'll look into that. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I hope you get to create something today. Bye.